Welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM, and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Sankara FM Yendi, Castle FM Cape Coast, Laura FM Laura, Radio Max Takoradi. Get radio and TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com. Now coming up, NPP presidential aspirant Boakye Jaco pulls out of this weekend's runoff and describes as unconstitutional the decision by the party to allow only national council members to vote in the election.
Yes, there will be a rerun, but the rerun, the delegates will not be the special delegates or the delegate that constituted the special delegate. But however, the National Council will break the tie.
Also, be mindful of economic conditions in fixing service conditions for members of Article 71. Now, office holders, President Akufo-Addo to a newly constituted emolument committee.
And whether or not, notwithstanding the constitutional imperatives, we are deserving of what is being paid to us in view of the challenges currently confronting our national economy.
In business, government places new restrictions on borrowings by state-owned enterprises and other entities to check the country's rising debts. They have details on the Joy Business Report. Also, Ghana Police Service runs to court to restrain the minority in Parliament from going ahead with its planned protest against the Bank of Ghana along the original route.
We are very disappointed in the step that the police have taken. And nothing will stop this protest.
We have been stabbed in the back by the Greater Accra Regional Police.
Details of these and more coming up shortly. I am Amesi Nyamiche Thompson. Thanks for choosing us. Now, the NPP presidential aspirant has pulled out of this weekend's runoff between himself and another contender, Francis Adainimo, accusing the party of perpetrating an illegality. The council of the party, after an emergency meeting, decided to allow only 135 council members to vote. The decision, according to the General Secretary of the NPP, Justin Kodia, is to save time and cost.
Presidential Election Committee varied Section 25 of the rules and guidelines by the Presidential Elections Committee to read that, yes, there will be a rerun, but the rerun, the delegates will not be the special delegates or the delegate that constituted the special delegate. But however, the National Council will break the tie, meaning that members of the National Council are going to be the delegates for the elections on Saturday.
But Mr. Boakye Jaco, in a letter to the NPP, describes the decision as unconstitutional. My colleague Elton Brobe joins me in studio for more on this. What more is Mr. Boakye Jaco saying?
In summary, he says that it is totally unacceptable to mean that such an unconstitutional act can be perpetuated on the altar of expediency. He says, I'm out to surmise that the party did not know the full cost implication. It is unquestionable that the rules of the game will be changed midstream. Rules and regulations that are flip-flopped in such a manner is only detrimental to fair play and justice. It is clear violation of the party's constitution and the guidelines for the Special Electoral College. It is unconstitutional, at which I cannot allow myself to be associated with. He says, I refuse to be part of such an act that seeks to unjustly truncate a previously agreed upon process. I therefore respectively serve this notice to refrain from such a contest. As always, I wish the party well.
Thank you, Elton. Now, President Akufo-Addo has charged the newly constituted emolument committee to be mindful of the prevailing economic conditions in the country in making recommendations on the salaries, allowances, facilities, and privileges payable to Article 71 office holders. The committee, chaired by the immediate past chairperson of the Public Services Commission, Dr. Janet Fofie, is to make recommendations in respect of emoluments and other privileges as specified under the Constitution and examine any other relevant matters which the committee will deem appropriate to its work. President Akufo-Addo wants the committee to be mindful of the state of the Ghanaian economy in their recommendations.
In recent times, a lot of public discourse surrounding the remuneration of public officers has centered primarily on those of Article 71 office holders. And whether or not, notwithstanding the constitutional imperatives, we are deserving of what is being paid to us in view of the challenges currently confronting our national economy. It might well be that your work should also focus on these concerns and make recommendations on how they should be addressed. The task ahead of you is a challenging one, and it is my expectation and hope that you'll be up to it and deliver your report expeditiously.
The 5-member committee also includes former Minister for Planning, Professor Jan Bafo, and Chief Executive Officer of the Fair Wages Commission, Ben Arthur. Chairperson Dr. Janet Fofie is hopeful the committee recommendations will be fair to all sectors.
Your Excellency, as a retired Article 71 office holder myself, I'm keenly aware of the significance of this committee. I'm also aware of the sometimes very heated debates in our national conversations over the years on this matter. It is my hope that the committee will get valuable insights, views, inputs, and support from all stakeholders to enable us deliver a comprehensive and timely report to His Excellency for your consideration and approval.
The Ghana Police Service is in court to block the NDC minority in Parliament's planned protest against the Bank of Ghana over the choice of route. The minority intended to march from Makola through Rollins Park and Opera Square and then to the Bank of Ghana building. Now, this demonstration is a response to what the minority views as the central bank's mismanagement and the substantial 60 billion loss reported in its 2022 financial statement. In a bid to disrupt the protest, the police has filed an injunction at the High Court after rejecting the proposed route. Meanwhile, Deputy Minority Leader Emmanuel Amakofiboa says the NDC is disappointed with the action taken by them.
That we are very disappointed with this development, which is clearly an attempt to scuttle the protest, which is intended to hold the governor of the Bank of Ghana and his 2 deputies accountable for their mismanagement of the bank, which has resulted in an unprecedented and colossal loss of 60.8 billion Ghana cedi, an amount which has had serious consequences on the economy and pushed close to 1 million Ghanaians into poverty. And as representatives of the people of Ghana, we will keep our sacred duty to uphold the public interest in line with our constitutional guaranteed right.
The Member of Parliament for Hohoe, John Peter Amewu, is calling on the Inspector General of Police to withdraw his officers from Hohoe Municipality as part of steps in restoring peace to the area. Yesterday, 2 residents were shot dead in a violent clash between the police and aggrieved youth of the area. A resident of the town suspected to be dealing in illegal substances was reportedly trailed and knocked by the police vehicle, triggering the attack. The MP has cautioned the police against making an entry into the municipality.
The paramount chief, of course, well-respectable person, Togwegan Gabusu, it's bringing all this together. It just closed a meeting. Earlier to the meeting, myself, the IGP, and Togwegan Gabusu, with the regional commander, we had a 3-way and we speak to each other about how to go about the process. So I'm expecting that process should bring some level of calmness, and also to ask the police to withdraw from the area, to ask the police not to make any attempt in re-entering the community. That is the only way I expect peace and calm to return quickly.
Now to Tech Thursday, power cuts also render traffic signals unusable, resulting in accidents. But there's good news as students of the Sunyani Technical University have come up with a less costly solar-powered portable traffic light which can easily be moved to affected areas. Love FM's Kwesi Debra has more.
The portable traffic signal, mounted on rollers, is light enough to be carried around by one person whenever the need arises.
So this is a portable solar-based traffic system that we use. It is a movable one as well. So we use it when there is lights out or when there is malfunction in the traffic lights outside. We use it so that instead of having a police or an instructor to direct people where to pass, you put it there and then it will be telling us where to pass. And then the advantage of this over the others is that when there is no light, we can use this because it uses solar. It takes energy from the sun and converts it into electricity to power it. And then we have a battery that is embedded inside too. So once it's taking the electricity, it's also charging the battery as well for us. So in case maybe it's a rainy day and then there is no sun for the solar panels to work, we have an alternative down here that works for it.
Reporting for Joy News, Kwesi Debra.
And that's it for the bulletin. In our top story, NPP presidential aspirant Bache Jako pulls out of this weekend's runoff and describes as unconstitutional the decision by the party to allow only National Council members to vote in the election. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.